2-channel wireless mics and a 360 cam together at last. So I'm going to show you real life examples of how I would use this 360 camera in real life. If you do want a side-by-side comparison with the Insta360 latest, head on over to Farouk's video. He did a great job of doing side-by-side comparisons of most of the features that you will ever find yourself using on these cameras. And I believe the DJI Osmo 360 won every single test that he did. Incredible to see a camera come into a space where they haven't officially had a camera in and just create the best product in that category. And while I show you this test footage, if you want access to all of my Lightroom presets completely for free, all you have to do, head on over to the link down below, sign up for a trial at PicTime, which is the system that I use for all my wedding galleries. They're literally the best. I have nothing more to tell you about that. Just try them out. Once you sign up for your trial, you don't have to enter your credit card or anything, and you'll get access in 5 minutes. The email is on a 5-minute timer. Once you confirm your email, 5 minutes from then, you get access to all of my presets for free, and you can cancel a trial at any time. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But I do believe PicTime is amazing, and you're gonna be really happy with them. All right, here we are on the 360 with just the built-in mic. So this isn't using any sort of additional mic. It's not using my glasses, although I guess you could. I wonder if these would pair as AirPods. That might be cool. Big upgrade alert. You can now just use your AirPods as audio for your DJI, or if you have the DJI mic kit, you can use these as well. You can do 2-channel. You can do a podcast, front and back camera. Let's connect these AirPods to the DJI 360. All right, so apparently you double tap. There we go. So it goes white, and mine's AirPods 3. Nice, connected. And now I can be anywhere and get good consistent audio. So I can walk towards you and present something. What do I have to present to you? This here is the Nikon FM2. I got this from Bellamy, who's also known as Japan Camera Hunter on the internet. Now we're going to be connecting the DJI Mic 2 with a lavalier kit. And by that, I mean just a single lav. And mic up top here. I'm guessing you do that. Power on. Nice. Connected. All right, exiting glasses audio, and now on to my lav. And life is so good. And I can do this with somebody else too. So if somebody else I wanted to give the other pack to, we could have a podcast. It's a very easy situation now. Is it silly that this is the thing that I'm the most excited about? I hope so. But overall, it's really nice just to know that you have good audio all the time, and good consistent audio as well. I guess we can put this out the window. Hello there, and welcome to the studio. I'll be your host, Taylor Jackson. Nice, right? But now you might be wondering, wow, it's great for a vlog, but does this go on your camera, and does it do the FPV like I do on wedding days? The other bonus is now that you have good audio, that if it's windy, you can do something about it, which is nice. And also the fact that you have 360, so you have the view that I usually have of the couple and what I'm taking photos of, but if you're communicating with people, you also have an angle on yourself, so be cautious of that if you're gonna be hiding right behind your camera, you're gonna be looking really weird. But if your camera's around here, maybe all of a sudden you're gonna have a pretty good angle. So if you are conscious of the fact that, yeah, I'm gonna be doing something that I'm gonna wanna post on social media later, and you hold your camera up like this, you're gonna have a pretty nice angle, and you're just gonna be rolling 360 all the time. If you get the adventure kit, you also get 3 batteries and a cool little charging case as well. But now, let's go take some pictures, go to a grocery store and get a juice. What a party, what a Saturday. This is my Saturday off. I don't have a wedding today. This is what I'm doing with my Saturday off. I'm getting a juice. This is what this setup looks like. You can mount this lower, so if you want more of a low profile version, but overall it doesn't feel very heavy, even though it is a little thicker than my GoPro that I usually use. All right, that's enough camera POV stuff. I'm going back to the stick. Now, one thing to be aware of with this camera, I don't know if it's better or worse than the Insta360, is that you tend to get some goop on the lens, and you know that probably from your iPhone if you're taking pictures and you're like, oh, why is everything all hazy? It's because there's just stuff on the lens. If you're on a 360 camera, that stuff is even more pronounced. So I'd recommend getting a microfiber bag of some sort and storing it in that rather than the plastic or the silicone case that it comes with. Putting it in a bag will just organically clean it while it's in storage. feel like I'm just doing a YouTube walking tour now. Is the indoor footage gonna make all our wildest dreams come true? It's more than good, but there are definitely some glitches like that there. So just be very conscious. I would almost put it on single lens mode if I was going into an indoor environment like this. All right, let's talk about some other ways to hide the fact that you're recording with the 360 cam. Well, like this obviously looks like I'm just holding something weird with my hand. But if you're like this and it stitches properly, you're just holding a bottle. Or if you have a bag, do something like that. Also, shade is your friend because as soon as you get in the sun, you start casting shadows of your selfie stick and it's very obvious and distracting. But you'll see now that I'm in the sun that it's very, very obvious. And overall, I haven't been really too careful with the positioning of my 360 cam. With my Insta360s, I would usually make sure that if there was a key piece or a key something that I wanted to get video of, I would make sure that all of that was on one lens. I guess maybe also something to talk about. You can just set this to be one lens as well. So if you just want to use the front or the back camera, say if you are doing that POV for a wedding day and you want that on your camera, you can just use one of the lenses, save some battery, save some data. The other massive benefit with 360 is that you get both horizontal and vertical when it comes to outputs, or you have to edit them, but you get both vertical and horizontal, which is great because vertical is pretty much all social media craves, and then horizontal is what I want for YouTube. Some more samples. Crystal Palace, football team, and Chinese food restaurant. Welcome to my computer. Now I'm going to show you how I edit the footage because I don't use it on my phone. I do it in the Studio app. Don't forget, sign up to this right here. Get my Lightroom presets. You're going to drag all of this into the Studio app. And if you haven't worked with 360 footage before, it's a little different, and you can drag all of the clips that you want onto the timeline. I usually just go clip by clip. You can also color correct in here as well. So one of the interesting things is that you can add, ooh, it's kind of nice. And there we go. And you can use your mouse to zoom out. You can hit spacebar to play. You can do intelligent tracking. So if you just wanted to track just you can just start tracking, whether it's you or whether it's an object. It kind of plays in real time like this, and it'll just track you in the center of the frame. Or you can go manually through. This is what I usually do. So I usually set up my shot where I want it to be, and then I hit add keyframe, and then I play until it's in a spot that I don't want it to be, and I'll do kind of a double keyframe. So maybe this is the stupid way of doing this. And zoom in a little bit. I'll just have a nice export of whatever I want. So you can track it and make it track your face, or you can do something like this. This is what I prefer a lot of the time. You also have some options up here. You can do tiny planet, or you can also do de-warping, which I think is really helpful. Or you can do ultra, which is pretty nice. Say we're here, say we're on my camera. You probably want that to actually be direction locked. So as you can see, no direction lock. As I'm walking, as I'm turning, the camera stays kind of pointed in this direction. With direction lock, it stays more like you'd expect from a POV. So I recommend that. And then also you have color correction options as well. So I'm a big fan of this, and it works just like Lightroom with all your options. And whenever you're ready, you hit export. There it is, DJI 360 Osmo. Real life, how I'll actually use it. POV also works pretty well. If you want that 360 coverage, I would say this is the new camera to go for. And that's all from the least scenic spot in our city. Any questions, comments, concerns, please put them down below. And if you want to watch us go to Iceland, here's a video on the screen right now that you can watch. It's a really, really fun time. I recommend that video a lot. See you there.